phone. I don't get it. Just screwed everything all up. Good Lord, people. So, you know, and this gives me an idea. Hang on. Now I gotta reset everything up. See if I can get this to work right now. I don't know if this is working or not. That'd be fucking kidding me, people. You know, it's bad enough I got the issues with. Yeah. Yeah. If you see me on live, alright. I'm gonna have to shut the heat off in here because I'm starting to overheat. On that fucking note. So, yes, I am on live. Now, I set my phone to do not disturb. What happens? Somebody watching me live decides to call my phone, screw up the whole entire live feed, and now I gotta turn around and reset everything. So, Loki, as soon as I'm done with this live feed, I'll call you and we'll figure out whatever it is you're doing. I don't know why you can't join the conversation. All you gotta do is hit the comment, type on in, but oh, you know what? You may need a YouTube account in order to comment. That's probably why you can't join it. Prime driver that got arrested called. No. So what'd you guys think of that video? Personally, I think that freaking video was priceless. I couldn't pass that one up. Casey, what's going on, buddy? Hi from Maryland. Did you make it to California? No, Sean, that load got swapped out in Nebraska. So I went from southern Nebraska, or Lincoln, Nebraska, up to northern Nebraska, dropped the load off there, picked another one up, took that one over to Pennsylvania, ended up T-calling that one in there, swapped out with another driver because I had to finish his load for him, so I grabbed that trailer, and now I'm sitting in Springfield, Ohio. Play GTA 5. I'm doing the update right now. I got about an hour left on the update. But yeah, that video, poor Adam. That was some funny shit. So, I had looked at the Life 360 app to see where Adam was. And, yeah, that was a good time. What's good, Al? Hope you have a good day, my friend. Tony, thank you. Appreciate that. What brand of truck are we driving? This is a 2019 Freightliner, Cascadia. The old man, I'll be coming to Cretan Spring. John Garcia. Coming to Cretan Spring. Good deal, John. Yeah, man, we laughed for hours on what I did to Adam. Me and Trucker Will came up with the idea. See, we were talking, and originally what I was gonna do, I was just gonna beat the shit out of his truck, and then, you know, hey, your truck's on fire, just to see if I can get him to run out in his underwear and record it. This shit was gonna be funnier than hell. But then, Trucker Will, we were actually closing in on him at the same time. Will was coming down from Chicago, and I'm coming down the 80. Will was probably 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes behind me. So then I ended up getting there early, but I didn't have too much time that I could have played around with. So, but I had to do something. I can't bypass something like that. That was just too easy. So then when I pulled into the truck stop and I realized his curtains were closed and that he was, he said he was watching a movie, but I think he was sleeping. But I'm like, man, I gotta come up with something good. So I had that black mask, my black winter hat. I was all blacked out. And what I ended up doing is I shined the flashlight in his eyes so he couldn't see me. All he sees is a black shadow. He can't see what I'm wearing, what I'm not wearing, whatever. Because I got the flashlight right in his eyes. So, I mean, I know a lot of people were commenting saying, oh, if I saw that black mask, oh, you know, it would have been different. Stop it. You don't know what that's... You could say that when you're watching a video, but when you're in that situation where you're sitting there in a nice sound sleep and then all of a sudden somebody's banging on your truck, you got a flashlight in your eye and somebody's screaming sheriff's office, you don't know what you're going to do. But like I said, he couldn't see me until I actually turned him around and told him who I was, and I took the light out of his eyes. But yeah, that's... Oh my God, that shit was great. Let's see. It's Loki. Oh, John, you finally got onto the live feed. Good deal. I knew that name sounded familiar. I'm used to calling you Loki, and it's... Gotcha. We still live? Yeah, we're live. Yeah, in fact, John Garcia, you can all thank him. He's the one that fucked up the live feed the first time. But John's coming over here to Crete soon. Good deal. Hopefully that all works out for you. I think you'll be happy over here. Do you still like Crete? Don't know if I could handle them waking me up in the middle of a 10-hour break. Well, yeah, I still like Crete. Just because they woke me up, I mean, no job's perfect. You're going to have problems no matter where you go. So how you fix it is exactly what I did today. I signed off the computer, I shut the fucker off, and I turned the volume down on my phone. They can call me till they're blue in the face. I don't care. I ain't hearing it. And that's what I'm going to do from now on. You know, they're going to have to learn. And I sent them a message. And I mean, I'll turn this on and read it to you. But I told them straight out. I said, you guys got to learn to, you know, stop calling these drivers, you know, when they're in the sleeper berth. I says, me getting 2 to 4 hours of sleep because you have a priority load that needs to be dispatched, and then I get woken up again when that driver shows up, now I got to swap trailers. I go, that's not safe. So like I said, from now on, when I shut down, the computer goes off and the volume goes down on my phone. Like I said, you want to get a hold of me, tie a note to a pigeon leg and send it. Because I ain't doing this shit no more. Sometimes you got to teach people lessons the hard way. Let's see, any idea how long Prime CDL contract lasts? Oh, where the hell's Will when you need him? I think it may be a year. I think most contracts are a year. You drive for Crete. Steven, yes, I do drive for Crete. I drive for, well, yes, I drive for Crete, but I'm in the Schaefer division because I do the reefers. Terry, to answer your question, I'm going to work for Schneider. There you go. Schneider's not a bad company. They got a lot of work. They'll keep you busy. Their trucks are slow, but I don't know why. I'm passing Schneider on a constant basis. I'm doing the new heists on GTA. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I've always wanted to rob that casino. GFG Turf Cutters. There's a new name. I can see the lotion in his right hand. He was yanking. Yeah, he might have been doing something. Skeletor, that stunt was funny. Yeah. I'm glad everybody likes it. Well, Crete will not wake you up in the middle. William Crete. will not wake you up in the middle of a 10-hour break. Yeah, no shit. Captain Anderson, hello. John says sorry. Nah, no big deal. We just had to reset it. Like I said, I got the phone put to do not disturb. So anybody that's texting or calling my phone, it shouldn't go through. But welcome to iPhone. Left my ass off. Sweet. It wasn't my food offer that broke the stream. No. Hell no. I never turn down food. Never. I'd be all over that. They don't get upset for you speaking your mind? No. No, I mean, I'm not being disrespectful about it. I mean, I'm not F-bombing them. So, but I am telling them how I feel. You know, if here, like I said, the last 2 rounds, both times that they've asked me to help them, I dropped what I was doing to do so. And you know, now it's gotten to the point to where I almost feel taken advantage of. So I decided I'm not doing it this time. You know, when I tell you I'm tired and I'm going to bed, that should be the end of the conversation. But sometimes they like to, you know, push you and push you. Well, I mean, think about it. That's their job. Their job is to keep you moving. Their job is, you know, get as many loads going as possible, because that's how everybody makes their money. But there's got to be a time where you finally just say, I'm done. See you in 34 hours. I mean, you guys got to understand it. You know, these people are working 8 hours a day. And this is where things get a little tricky. The people that we talk to on a regular basis, you know, our office staff, these people work 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and they go home. They go home to their families every night. They go home to their bed every night. And then when they get off of work, they are really off from work. So they're not at home dealing, you know, dispatching loads or dealing with driver questions or anything like that. Now, it's different for us out here. We're not going home. Even though I'm technically shut down and I'm off from work, look where I am. I am literally sitting in the same spot on my day off, on my time off, than I am working. So, you know, sometimes you just got to stand your ground. I mean, you can't let these people walk all over you. Because if you do, they're going to take advantage of you. You know, and especially when it comes to you being that tired where you've only gotten a few hours of sleep the last few days because they're up your ass. You know, it's... And then that's the other thing you got to look at. I haven't slept a lot in the last few days because of them. Because they're blowing my computer up. They're blowing my phone up while I'm trying to sleep. It's not like I'm not getting sleep because I'm busy here playing Grand Theft Auto. It's not like, you know, I'm watching movies and I'm not sleeping, so it's affecting my job. No, they're affecting, you know, my job. So yeah, sometimes you need to stand your ground, and it is what it is. You know, remind them that you are in control. They don't control this truck. I do. Just because the Crete's name on it, that to me don't mean shit. I'm the one that is in control of this truck. This is my truck. I'm the one driving it. I'm the one cleaning it. I'm the one that's taking care of it. And I'm the one that's out here pulling these loads to make money, not only for the company, but for myself. I control this truck, not them. Let's see. I always turn my Qualcomm volume down when I'm done for the night. Yeah, well, I'm shutting my computer off. You're driving for Western Express? Oh, Lord. Good luck with that. Steven Trucker, tell any dispatcher on the Qualcomm to never wake me up again and tell them it's not safe. And just snap on their ass. You only have to snap once and they will never do it again. Well, I got to be careful with my dispatcher because I do ask for a lot. Well, not really. The only thing that I ask for are the long runs. I don't like the little, puddle jumpers, the 300, 400, 500-mile runs. I don't like that. You give me a 2,500-mile run and I'm the happiest driver out here. So that's really all that I ask for. That and to keep me rolling. So, but me and my dispatcher, her name is Amy. Amy and I get along very well, but sometimes, these people need to be, reminded that we're working 70 hours a week. And, Amy didn't realize that the moment she walked out the door yesterday, because Amy left thinking, okay, Al's all set. I've got the load going to Pennsylvania. I got 2 other load assignments. That's going to hold me over till, early next week. So she's thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about Al. He's good to go. Well, like I said to her, I go, I don't think you made it to your car. When you left yesterday, and I said, these people are blowing me up, changing everything. So, I don't know. Does Crete keep you busy? Yeah. Crete will keep you busy. Does Crete now have toll passes like the Pike Pass? Yes. I go with the easy pass every shot, every time. I drove for Crete a year ago. What happened? Why aren't you here anymore? Casey Fuller, leasing from Western Express. Oh, Casey's asking John if he's leasing from Western Express. Yeah, Casey's got experience with that place. I've never seen a 2,500-mile run when I was at Crete. Steve, I get them all the time. Only because I push it. I tell her what I want. And the majority of my loads are, I would say, 1,700 miles or more. I had that one that was going from Manchester, Pennsylvania to Tracy, California. That was almost a 3,000. That was 2,900-mile run. And then they were going to have me take that other one from Ohio to Washington State. That one there was just over 2,300, I think, something like that. But yeah, I get them all the time, but I push for it. But the other thing is I've proven myself enough here to where they know that if they give me a 2,500-mile run, that I'm going to get it there on time. I'll push over 600 miles a day easy. Does Crete allow pets in the truck? Yes, there is a pet deposit. I think the deposit's $750. I don't know why it's so high, but you don't have to come up with it all right away. They can take a little bit out of your check. But yes, you can have pets in your truck, but there is a deposit. Personally, as far as my opinion on that, and again, this is just my opinion, a truck is not a ideal lifestyle for an animal. I mean, I've seen people out here with pit bulls, rots, shepherds, these big ass dogs, and they got them in this little ass truck with them. Personally, I can't imagine the stench that's in this truck, first of all. Then you got to clean out all that freaking hair because these dogs shed like crazy. And it's such a confined space. And to be honest with you, like I said, what kind of lifestyle is it? It's bad enough we do it as humans, to be out here on the road. Why do that to a dog? But that's just my opinion. I mean, I get you want a companion or you want an animal in here with you. And I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I would do it personally, but I don't need the headaches. I don't want to have to, blow the hair out of my truck. I'm kind of a neat freak when it comes to my truck. And then the other thing is, I get April with me, and it's bad enough I got to stop every 2 hours to let her piss. Now I got to let the dog out too? Pretty sure Prime is $1,000 for a pet deposit. Oh hell no! It's not even that for a freaking 2-bedroom apartment when you ask for if you can have an animal. GFG, how many years have you been trucking? Trucking over the road, I've been out here about 2.5 years. But I've had my commercial license for almost 20 years. Al, add me on PSN Killer Trucker 19. Yeah, when I get around to it. Still got a little while. I took a local job, but I'm back OTR, and I was going to come back to Crete, but went with a smaller company. Hey, whatever fits you. No, I was just curious if you had an issue with Crete that got you to leave here, but because I don't hear anything bad about the company. I mean, I know I just sat here and went off on a rant, but that's not really a bad thing. I mean, they're just trying to keep you busy. Speaking of pet policies, do you know if Schneider is pet friendly? I believe they are. I've seen Schneider trucks with dogs in them. In fact, the reason why I say that is because just the other day, one scared the shit out of me. I was walking through trucks to get into the truck stop, and right out the passenger window comes this freaking St. Bernard's head. Why you got a St. Bernard in a fucking truck is beyond me. But this dog's head, I'm sure you can play. I mean, it was huge. And all of a sudden, right out the passenger window as I'm walking by. And that was a Schneider truck. Steve, no, I still like Crete. Yeah, everybody likes Crete. Good for you, bro. That's good shit. I'm looking to get up there myself the next couple of months. I was out of Wilmer, Texas terminal. Yeah, I'm out of the freaking Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania terminal. Man, there's a hell of a delay on this all of a sudden. Alright, so there's 15 people in here. That means there should be 15 likes and 15 shares. So I'm going to start pushing these likes and these shares, and there's a reason for this. So if you guys can, please take a few minutes out of your time. Please hit that like button and hit the share button. We are 2 subscribers away from being at 1,600 subscribers. So 1,600 subscribers. That is absolutely huge. I can't thank you guys enough for your support. You know, Juan happened to be the first one to do the super chat. You know, he's the first one supporting the Trucker Al family on a financial aspect. Because like I said before, it does get expensive doing these videos. So I have an idea, and now I absolutely refuse to get into specifics because the idea that I have, it's going to seriously take off. Now, there's only 2 or 3 people. Well, we'll say 3 because my father's one of them. But that knows about this idea. Now, and I'm getting nothing but good feedback on it from these 3 people. And I'm getting different ideas and stuff like that to, you know, what to do with this idea. But if this idea happens to go, this YouTube channel is going to fly. Casey Fuller with the $5 donation. Casey, you are the man. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. See, Casey, you just threw me off. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this idea, John shared it on Facebook and gave me a like. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Um, this idea is going to take place probably around the spring. Now, this idea is going to cost me to start it up. I'm looking at anywhere between, I'd say, $1,200 and $1,600 to start this up. So, Casey, no problem, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here. So now, like I said, yeah, I'd say probably close to $1,600 this idea is gonna take. But John asks if the Crete trucks have inverters and fridges. Yes, both. Yep. Yeah, they put the inverters in here. That's free. It's not like CR England where they charge you $500 before you even get into the truck. The inverter's already in. And what's nice about that is, if you remember, CR England used to put their inverters right behind the driver's seat here, up against this cabinet down on the floor. And now you got to run wires across because all your electronics are on the other side of the truck. Crete mounts them on the inside underneath the bunk. So now you can run your wires underneath that, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. The refrigerators are huge. I got a big one in here. Yeah. Let's see. What's the power rating on the inverter? That's a good question. I want to say 1,600. Let me double check for you. Let me see if it even says it. Oh. Mine's a 1,200. But see, the only thing I've got into mine, Casey Fuller coming in at $10. Casey, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. #1 fan. My inverter is a 1,200, but I'm trying to think of what the hell I got plugged into it. The PS4 is plugged into it. My charger for the leaf blower is plugged into it. And that's it. The TV I have on its own inverter, because I got one of those inverters from the Loves where you plug it into a cigarette lighter and then it's another 800 watts or something like that. So I got the TV on its own, the PS4, the snowblower. I don't know, it works. I haven't had anything short out yet. Let's see. Do you have an opinion on Will Trans? No, I don't know anything about him. And see, this is part of my idea right here. I get everybody asking me, what do you know about this company? What do you know about that company? What do you know about this company? And I don't really have the answers. I mean, I've never worked at Schneider. I've never worked at Will Trans. I've never talked to them. But this is all going to change. So when somebody calls me or messages me and says, hey, what do you know about this company? This is where my ideas start going different directions. So stay tuned for that. This idea, I'm telling you, you guys are going to love this. Let's see. John, Western Express don't allow inverters unless they are plugged into a cigarette lighter port. That just means that they're not running any wires off the battery. Because that's all that these inverters are. They run 2 wires off the battery, plug in the inverter, they mount it, and then there's probably an inline fuse in there somewhere, but Some companies allow it, some don't. But Crete, yes, when they put them in. I already bought appliances and they aren't the smallest. Well, like I said, depending on where you got them. I mean, I got the TV on its own inverter, so it's not drawing the power off the other one. I was thinking way too high. Yeah, 2,500 watt inverter, yeah, that'd be nice. But no, it's half of that. What do you have your broom plugged into? My broom? I don't use a broom. I use my leaf blower. You know, I swept out a trailer once when I was in training. Because my trainer at England, that's what he did. He broomed it. And I'm like, man, it's too much freaking work. So I got a better idea. So the first thing I did is I went online on Amazon and I bought a battery-powered leaf blower. And now it's, like I said, it's plugged in, charging all the time. So when I need it, it's full charge. I go in the truck, in the trailer, blow it out. I'm in and out of that thing in less than 5 minutes. Didn't even break a sweat. You got a snow blower in my truck? Yeah. No. Let's see. GFG's looking forward to it. UFOs, will trans pay is low, reports of downtime, but they give you satellite TV. So, in other words, they're going to put you in a truck, you're going to have a shitload of downtime, but you got a satellite TV to occupy your downtime. I'd rather run and make money. They go to the guy for company info. I like your idea. Yes. Well, the idea is much more than that. God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just got to get this money together so I can get this going. I'm telling you, it's going to freaking take off. It's going to fly. This YouTube channel is going to skyrocket. You watch. Too many dumb assholes hardwired them into the trucks and burned the truck's dash. Yep, seen that before. You say snowblower. No problem. I think Swift or Prime own them. Who, Will Trains? I don't know anything about them. For now. Hatch. What's up, driver? I've been following your channel for a while. I'm getting ready to leave school next week and heading to Trans Am. Any advice? Yeah, find a different company. Sorry, Hatch, but it is what it is. I'm not a fan of Trans Am, and after what they did to me, I wouldn't recommend them to wipe my ass. Will Trans is affiliated with Prime. No shit, I didn't know that. Hatch, I did a video on Trans Am. You can go back and check that out. I don't know if you're planning on going company driver or leasing, but if you're going leasing, if you haven't left yet, change your mind. Yeah, even John went to Trans Am too. It didn't even work out for him. And John was a company driver at Trans Am. That didn't even work for him. But I did a lease at Trans Am, and I gave it a month. And my last paycheck for Trans Am was $66. And that ain't no bullshit. You can go right on. I did a YouTube video on it. You can go down and check it out. All the details are in there. What I made every single week for the 4 weeks that I was there, and what I went through. And I don't recommend Trans Am at all. Swift Transportation is partnered with Knight. Yes, that we all know. And see, that's what I'm finding a lot more of, is that a lot of companies are converging together to make a bigger company, which is a smart idea. Because, I mean, look what happened to Celadon. I mean, they were a big company, 2,700 trucks, and company driver, and yes, sir, I'm going to check the video out. Hatch, do you have any experience at all? Guys, all right, so for all my viewers, we got somebody that's going to need our help. Hatch, before you make a mistake, and I can see this happening now, that you're going to go to Trans Am, and then you're going to come back over here in about a month and a half, and you're going to say, Al, I should have listened to you. But we need to fix Hatch's situation here. Stay the hell away from Trans Am. I'd go back to CR England before I went to Trans Am. That's how I feel about that one. Only at Western Express till my 4 months are up, and then I'm switching to Crete following your advice. Yeah, like I said, you'd be a hell of a lot happier over here. Oh, Trans Am. Man, I don't miss them days. You know, it's pretty sad when you get into a brand new truck. And now this is a truck that, mind you, me being a lease over there, that I'm paying for everything now. And you get 20 minutes down the road and your truck breaks down, now you got to call for a tow truck. That's pretty bad. The wife already agreed to it. Well, at least you got her on board. But you shouldn't need the wife to agree to it. Just tell the wife what I'm doing. You're the one that's out here, not her. Where's April? Is she in this mix? I'll bet you April's here. She's just not saying nothing. She's putting her stalker skills. You know, she likes to sit here and watch a video, but she won't say nothing. Just call her out. Get her out here. The money got her on board. Yeah, I bet. There's definitely money to be made over here at Crete. I mean, hell, I've been here, what, 2 months now? And I'm still loving it over here. We're busier than hell. Hatch. No, sir, I'm attending Tampa truck driving school, and I have a few bumps on my record. So the school got me hooked up with them. Define... I don't need you to throw your personal info out here. Hey, Hatch, you know what? You can either email me at truckeral001@yahoo.com or go on Facebook and look up Trucker Al. You can send me a message on that. Let me know what kind of bumps you got in the road. Because I may even be able to get you into here. Seeing that you're attending a truck driving school, I may be able to get you in here. And if I can get you into Crete, believe me, you'll be a hell of a lot happier over here. But even with a few bumps on your record, I know a few people that I'm just trying to prevent you from making a mistake by going to Trans Am, because I don't like when companies take new people on, and then these new people get into the trucking industry, and then next thing you know, they're only bringing home $300-400 paychecks. It gives us a bad name, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. What it is that particular company is taking advantage of you. You're making them thousands of dollars a week while they pay you as little as possible. And the next thing you know, you're like, screw this trucking shit, I'm going back home. And it's not like that everywhere you go. I mean, I'll be honest with you, my paycheck last week was over $2,000. So if you're making $300-400, you know, it's going to put your mind at a place that it doesn't need to be at. Anything important I need to bring? Money. Money to survive. That's all you need. And something to do. You know, if you're on a 34 reset, because I like to do my 34 resets. Now, yes, I can run my clocks a little bit differently where I'm running on recaps. And I've actually been running on recaps for a little bit now. But I like doing the 34 resets because I need the break. I want to catch up on sleep. I want to do my laundry, take a shower, relax, get out of the work mindset for a little while. And so, what I've been doing lately is I'll blow through my 70-hour clock because I run. I mean, like I said, if you give me these long hauls, I'm running over 600 miles a day. That's putting me at about 10 and a half hours and every day. So I'll blow through my 70 in 6 days. Or close to it. So then I shut down, take a nice little break, relax, and then by the time my 34-hour reset's up, I'm ready to go and let's do another week. Next thing you know, you're at home. GFG, what's the deal with being able to keep guns for self-defense? I've heard conflicting answers. Well, this company here ain't going to allow it. Now, I've run into a couple of issues myself when it comes to jackasses out here. But my last one was when I was at CR England. I was in Nashville, Tennessee. And I was at a Love's, and I had a young kid. There was two of them. One kid, his job was to distract me while the other one comes up behind me. But they were young kids. In fact, the one that distracted me was 13. The other kid behind me was 15. But I knew what was happening before it even happened, because I could see the fear. I could see the look in this kid's eyes, and he's focused on me. But all of a sudden, he just reaches up without even looking, takes something off the shelf, and he goes, "Sir, do you know the price of this?" And I mean, the price tag was right underneath it, but he didn't even look at what he grabbed. Dude, I created this fucking scenario. So as soon as he did that, I felt a knife point in my back. And then when I fucking turned around, it was this 15-year-old kid. And as he's got the knife pointed in my back, he's trying to grab my wallet out of my pants. I beat the piss out of that fucking kid. You hear stories. I mean, there was just one a few weeks ago. This one kind of bothered me a little bit. But there was a guy going around, and he went on the interstate and he started shooting truck drivers. And it was because somebody in his family got into a car accident and died. But he was hit by a truck driver. I don't know the whole story. I don't know if it was the car's fault or if it was the trucker's fault. But all I know is that this guy's family member died in an accident that involved a truck driver. This guy was pissed at truck drivers, went out and decided he's going to take it out on truck drivers. So here another driver is driving down the road clueless, and this guy fucking starts shooting at him. But you got to keep your eyes open. You got to pay attention out here, because you just don't know who you're dealing with. I mean, think about it. We are all over the country, in every city, every state. I mean, we go to Detroit, one of the most dangerous cities in the country. We go to Chicago, New York City, Jersey. I mean, we go all over the place. And it's you just gotta watch. You gotta keep your eyes open. You gotta pay attention, because you just don't know. And for the most part, you're safe. I mean, you got so many witnesses. I mean, that's another reason why I got cameras in the truck. It sucks. Even being out here working your ass off, sacrificing everything that we do to do this job, and that we have to watch our backs like that. It's sad. It really is. Let's see. But I was going to give them 6 months and move on. Trans Am. So you're going to give them 6 months and move on. I mean, if Trans Am is the only company that's going to take you because of a record or something like that, then that's probably not a bad idea. You know, get your 6 months experience, keep your license clean, and then, you know, go from there. It's probably not a bad idea. The only thing is you are going to struggle them 6 months. You're not going to make what you're worth. And, you know, so long as if you're going in there with that mindset that, you know, you're going to struggle for a little while. John says Trans Am doesn't do any trainer program anymore. My class was the last. Yeah, but John, they may have changed that. You know, when these companies get hard up, they change stuff real quick. DOT doesn't allow firearms in the trucks. Yes, they do. I know a couple of drivers that have firearms in their trucks. The only thing I don't understand, now again, I'm from New York, so how is it, like if you get a pistol permit in New York, you're only good for New York State. So how is it you're able to cross state lines and multiple state lines with a pistol? I don't understand that. Unless there's another permit you can get to where you're good for the whole country. But I do know a couple of people that have firearms in their trucks. Me personally, I don't think you need it. I mean, I could knock somebody out with a tire thumper in a heartbeat, or I've actually knocked people out with a one-hit wonder. So, yes, sir, I'm 21, by the way, and see your email again, please, so I can write it down. Email is truckerl001 at yahoo.com. truckerl001 at yahoo.com. 21 years old. Perfect time to get into the industry. I always carry 3 to good 4 quality knives for protection. See, I've got one in here, but believe it or not, that's actually turned into my orange peeler or my banana peeler. I've never had to use the knife on somebody. Let's see. GFG, my dude, appreciate your answers and time. Of course, that's why I'm here. And see, that's another thing, you know, when it comes to this idea that I have, you know, helping people out like this. This is like my greatest joy, knowing that I'm helping people out like people did me a few years ago when I was looking to get into this industry. The fact that I'm at where these people were, guys, it's my pleasure. It really is. You know, helping people out and, you know, answering your questions and giving you guys an actual idea of what it's like. Because I'm not, and I see this all the time, and I really think that it's sad that, you know, a lot of people, you watch their videos and they're so fake. You know, they sit here and they make things out to be worse than what they are, or they make things out to be better than what they are. But when you guys come to me and you guys, I'm giving you the God's honest truth. I mean, I'm not bullshitting you guys. I'm not trying to make, you know, one place out better than the other. I'm giving you guys facts. This is what it is. Just like when Hutch is talking about going to Trans Am. I experienced Trans Am. I'm telling you my experience. And then you got John. John was also at Trans Am in a different part of it. John was a company driver. I was a lease driver. So now you're getting John's experience as well as my experience. Now, yes, there are people who go to Trans Am and I don't know if they're successful, but they are happy. This is why I say each company, you know, my father used to tell me there's an ass for every seat. There's people who are working at CR England who have been there 20 years and are happy and wouldn't even dream of going to a different company. You know, it really all depends on what it is that's going to make you happy. If you're happy making, you know, $800-900 a week, you know, if you love this job that much, where $800 or $900 a week does you good, then stick with it. Me personally, I mean, I was a little bit more picky, and I wanted more money because I want what I have a specific number in my head. I don't know where the hell it came from, but I got a specific number in my head that if I'm not making at least this much a week, it's not worth me being out here sacrificing my life, my personal life, to be out here on the road. So, like I said, it really all depends on what's going to make you happy. Let's see. That's why I plan on having a dog with me in the truck. Yep, the dog will protect your truck. That is for damn sure. I'm from Philly, so I generally carry at all times. Was hoping I could do so. OTR. That you're gonna have to check with your, as far as your permit goes. Like I said, I know there are certain permits where you are confined to that particular state, that you're not allowed to carry your pistol across state lines. So double check with that before you put it in your truck. Because I'll tell you right now, if you get pulled over by DOT or pulled in by DOT, and they find a weapon in your illegal weapon in your truck, you're done. That's a felony besides, but your driving career will be done. Have a good night. Talk to you later. All right, Willie, you as well. To protect me and guard the truck, I'm taking a shower or doing other stuff when I'm not in the truck. Yeah. I mean, knock on wood, I haven't had anybody try to break into my truck yet, but somebody was just telling me a story the other night where they were laying in a sleeper berth and somebody actually got into their truck. And I know if I'm in the sleeper berth and I hear somebody coming into this truck, oh my God, I feel bad for that person. One, you have to make sure your concealed permit is reciprocal with the states you're traveling through, and two, you have to know the state's concealment law you are in. Right, so if you're driving OTR, you need to know every single state, because you just simply don't know where you're going. I mean, you could be in your home state at one point, next thing you know, you're going clear across the country. But now, how many states are you going to go through? I mean, if you're in Philly and you got to go to California, how many states are you going through, and are you permitted to carry through all of them states? You got to think about that. Some want the gun locked and unloaded, and others will allow you to open carry, I would assume. Right. That depends on your permit. That's open carry and concealed carry. Hatch. Okay. Thanks. You will definitely be hearing from me. Thanks for your time and be safe. Absolutely, Hatch. Good luck to you, man. I mean, if you got any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. I mean, that's what we're here for. John says he was robbed in New York and in Jersey. Did not have any protection. Now I'm always armed with at least 2 knives whenever I get out of my truck. Oof. You know, I gotta be careful what I say. I wish somebody would. I really do. I wish. I mean, that one kid, I wanted to hurt that kid so bad, but when I realized, I mean, you could tell just by looking at him how young he was. I mean, there was only so much I'm gonna do to this kid. I would have killed him. But I mean, if a grown ass adult came at me like that, God, I feel bad for him. You already knew the answer. Yep. Casey Fuller, and check with your company too. Yeah, obviously check with the company. You know, companies may allow it, some companies don't. It was me, man. I tell you about someone got in my truck. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Somebody was just telling me. BOC Enterprise, haven't heard from you in a coon's age. What's up, buddy? Hide the gun in your butt. Well, you got to have a big ass in order to be hiding a gun in your ass. You know, why am I hide the gun in your ass? It would be you that says something like that. God. You'll see, they call that lunch boxing. Wow. See, you learn something new every day. It's the first time I've ever heard of lunch boxing. Then where am I going to hide the gray goose? Oh my God. See where this conversation's going, people? Terry Murray, is a lease trucker same thing as owner-operator? Yes and no. I mean, I used to say, when I was leasing a truck through Trans Am, I used to say owner-operator. Because, I mean, in reality, I mean, you are paying for the truck. You're paying, you know, it's kind of like buying a car. You know, look at it this way. If you go to a dealership and you lease a vehicle, you know, you got a 3-year lease term, you go around telling everybody, hey, look at my new car. It's your car. You're paying for it. Same thing with a leased truck. You know, you go to a company and you lease a truck through them, their name may be on it, but you're paying for the truck, you're paying for the fuel, you're paying for the insurance, you're paying all the road taxes, you're paying for everything. The only reason they call it a lease operator is because you're leasing the truck. Owner operators are pretty much ex-lease operators who now their truck's paid off, so now they own the truck. But it's all still the same shit. You're still paying for everything. You still own everything. So, is it the same? Sorta, kinda. It's kind of like the beginning stages of owner operator. Called a prison wallet. Nicholas Anderson, how you doing? Which lane do you usually stay in? If you're on a 3-lane highway, stay to the right. If you're on a 4-lane highway, I stay to the second lane from the right. Only because my truck is governed. I'm governed at 65 miles an hour, so I can't go any faster than that unless I'm going downhill. So why be in everybody else's way? I mean, I know that the truck is slower than most. You know, like you get these owner operators that are flying past you at 75 miles an hour. Why are you in their way? Just stay to the right. You know, and I mean, there's times, you know, especially even at 65 miles an hour, there's trucks that are out there that are slower than I am. You know, some trucks are doing 64. Prime trucks are doing 62 because they're conserving fuel. So I'm going to come up on them pretty quick. I move over, I pass them, and I get back over to the right lane. Let's see. What's with the new owner op laws in California? Heard that independent operators are not allowed to drive in California. You know, California's a joke. I don't think that they could stop independent contractors from driving in California. There's so much freight that goes in and out of California. We'd put California off the map. They may have discussed doing something like that, but California's a joke. This combo certainly took a left turn. The problem with the lunch boxing every time you blow around. Oh, shit. Did you get the new Call of Duty? No. Let's see. Thanks for the info. Yeah, my pleasure, Terry. Hit your gas pedal 3 times. You do 67 for 30 minutes a day. No, my truck doesn't do that. Only certain trucks. Certain companies allow that, but my truck's not like that. Let's see. GFG, it only pertains to drivers that live in Cali. So if you're an independent contractor in that lives in California, you now can't drive in California? Good way to drive your fucking residents out of the state. They're just as bad as New York. Maybe because, according to California, independent operators cause cancer. Oh, Christ. Everything causes cancer. If you live in California and are an independent contractor signed to a company, you can't run out of California, but you can still work in the state. Oh, yeah, that'll fly. That'll go over like a fart in church. So, in other words, if you are a resident of California and are an independent contractor, hang on, my update just finished. You can't drive outside of New York or out of California. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. Can't be an owner op if you live in Cali. Well, that's just gonna drive everybody out of the state. And here's my thought behind that: if you can afford to live in California, because they're actually worse than New York when it comes to like taxes and stuff like that. But if you can afford to live in California, you can afford to move the hell out of there too. All because of that dang bill called AB5 that goes into effect California January 2020. Look at Trucker Al can give you cancer too. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are watching me, chances are you're probably going to end up with it. Do you have an automatic transmission, and which one do you prefer, automatic or manual? Being out here on the road, automatic. Automatic. Being stuck in, the thing is I can say that because, like I said before, I've driven manual transmissions. I mean, when I had my Class B and I was at home driving dump truck and stuff, I mean, I had manual transmissions. So when I came out here on the road, especially going through hills, through like Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, or you get out, west through the Rockies and stuff like that, through Wyoming. No, my left knee thanks me every day that I don't have a clutch in this truck. When you're stuck in traffic, and you're only moving, a little bit here, little bit here, little bit here. No, go automatic. You can drive anywhere you want. You can bring loads into Cali, but you can't take loads out. The government, they get so involved in this industry, and they put so many rules and regulations onto us. And the thing that pisses me off the most is there ain't a single one of these lawmakers that have ever even stepped foot in a truck. They don't know the first thing about it. But yet they're going to make all these rules. Let's see. I had to pick on AB5 reclassifies independent contractors as employees in California. Yeah. Look at California restricts us to 55 miles an hour in the entire state. And they're strict, really strict about that. Now you go down the road, you see truck drivers that, they're doing 65, 70 miles an hour because that's what we're used to. The whole entire country other than California is, 65 or higher. And then you get into California and it knocks everybody down to, 55 miles an hour. It's hard to adapt to that. So you get a lot of truck drivers that are speeding in California, and you see them pulled over all the time. It's sad. It really is. I believe Massachusetts is doing the same bullshit. I hate them clowns making laws. Yeah, like I said, man, it's horrible. It really is. But, it's just like anything else. somebody else has got to get involved and change things around and do this, that, and the other. And I don't know. How's the mess's wife? You know, I'm actually surprised April hasn't commented. I don't know why she's not on here. She's doing all right. It's not just the trucking industry, it's all 1099 workers being misclassified. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's here. April's here. Here we go. She's back. I told you she'd be in here. She's probably been in here the whole time, too. Can you not see my comments? Billy, that was the first comment I've seen of yours. Are you hitting the send button? No, Billy, I'm going through, man. I ain't seen any of your comments. Except for that one you just asked. April's been, yeah, I told you. You were back in business. Oh, yeah, we're back in business. But yeah, I told you, there's got to be something on your end, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I haven't done anything. Unless that was the first time you commented and you were just checking to see if I'd see it or not. Are you going to be live for a whole 34-hour reset? Negative. No. I got too much other stuff to do. You guys don't want to see me cleaning the truck and playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I gotta go give my better half a pearl necklace. Just wanted to say thanks again to the good people. GFT, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Billy Range, you're my favorite YouTuber. Billy, you're full of shit, but thank you. I appreciate it. We all know better than that, Billy Range. Yeah, buddy. Talk to you later. I gotta go make something for my wife and 1v1 on GTA 5. Come on, Willie. Freaking phone on the game is just as bad as my personal phone. Talk to you later, Casey. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Mr. Casey Fuller coming in with a $15 donation today. I'm your biggest fan. I've been here for a while since you were smaller. Yes, Billy's been around since I was just a beginner YouTuber, since I was a YouTube toddler. Just watched the YouTube video you made while I was in your truck at Sierra England. Yeah. You see the comments in that video? Alright, shut up. How about that? And now you passed me up. Yeah? Yes, sir. I grew up. Yeah, John, you got a lot of comments on that video. And I don't recommend going looking at them. They're not good ones. I mean, the video itself was a good video, but some people thought it was a little excessive. I heard you bought your subscribers. I bought my subscribers? Not a single one. I wouldn't even know. How the hell do you buy subscribers? What video? Now I want to read the comments. Let me look. I'll tell you in a minute what the name of the video was. I know it was, oh, this one here. Sierra England training, and it says, in the title, it says student opinions. John Garcia was one of my students, and I did an interview with him and the other students about what their experience was at Sierra England. And yeah, John was a little aggressive, we'll say, and yeah, didn't see them and don't care about other opinions. All right. Billy, is that what you did? Did you buy your subscribers? I gotta look at that. How do you buy subscribers? You paying them just to subscribe to your channel or something? How does that work? Google it. Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I don't have to get into that. I mean, everybody knows I'm as honest as the day is long, and people respect that. You asked me to be real and honest, and that's what I gave. Yeah, because that's what my channel is about. Even with me interviewing the students that were in the truck, I told them I want you guys to be honest. I want your full and honest opinions, because I don't want any bullshit on my channel. I don't want any, I don't want anything to be glorified better than what it is, or worse than what it is. Just give me exactly what you went through. Give me the honest truth. That's what I told John and, the other student that was with us. Be honest about it. Just tell us what you guys went through. Give me your honest opinion. And I recorded it, and I put it in the video. It is what it is. Man, Al, if you bought my subscription, then I haven't seen any of the money. Yeah, no shit. That's alright. You haven't seen the money, and I haven't spent it, so. What is the best thing about being a truck driver, in your opinion? The freedom. Being able to see the country and get paid to do it is huge. Let's see, we already did that one. And what's the worst thing about being a truck driver? Not having a personal life. You're out here 27 out of 30 days a month. So when you go home, you're 3 days, I spend my first day, I got to get the laundry done, eating regular food. That's nice. April is kind enough to make me my favorite, which is macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. I can live off of that, but I only get it 3 days a month. So, yeah, not having a personal life. There's a lot of things that I want to do, which is something that you guys will see coming this spring and summer. April and I started something, and we were testing it out, and we didn't get too much involved, but I do have everything for it. So, but that's something else that I'm going to be doing, is called magnet fishing, which is just like I think mine's 850-pound pole magnet. It's got an eye hook on it. Tie a long rope to it. Throw the rope into any, like, we have the canal that's by our house. We have the Genesee River. We got a shit ton of lakes and ponds and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that you pull out of here, I mean, God only knows. Some people are pulling out safes, and they're filled with coins from the early 1900s. So that's something that we're going to get into in the spring. Do you have any YouTube merchandise for sale? No, not yet, but that is going to be in the works. April and I were actually just talking about that. I am actually looking into it, but that is going to be coming soon. Let's see. Juan. Terry has a good question. You should make merchandise with your slogan. Yeah, buddy. Exactly. So, I'm actually looking into different ideas as far as where to go to start having these made up. T-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that, hats, and yes, yeah, buddy is obviously going to be on it. It's in the works, guys. Did you ever buy that 5-gallon bucket of mac and cheese? No. Well, I'm not home enough to eat 5 gallons. You know how long that thing would last? It would go bad before I ate it. But no, I didn't end up buying that. Besides driving, how do you spend your time? YouTube, doing live feeds like this, catching up on sleep, taking showers. I got my PlayStation in here. My TV, I got a smart TV in here, so I got Netflix and Disney Plus on there. I got my iPad, so I'm entertained as far as like my downtime. Like when I'm doing a 34 reset, I've got enough stuff to do. The other thing is, I'm big on cleaning this truck. I've got the air line that comes off the airline for the passenger seat. I've got that in here. Oh, hold on, I'll show you guys this. See, I'm always about working smarter, not harder. I used to sweep out the truck, and now I've got this. It blows all the dust and all the stuff out of the truck. Makes my life a lot easier as far as cleaning the truck. So I get everything blown out, and then I actually have certain sprays that I use. I spray this whole truck down. The cabinets, windows, dashboards, the floors. I get down on my hands and knees with the floors, and I'm, polishing the floors. So, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff I could do in here. Let's see. What's the reality of trying to get to Walmart's for groceries? What I used to do when I did that, I would call the Walmart first. If you have a trailer on your truck, I would call the Walmart first and say, hey, listen, this is who I am, this is what I've got, this is what I want to do, are you okay with it? If you're only going in to get groceries and then coming back out and leaving, that's fine. Some places say yes, it's okay. Some places say absolutely no trucks on their property. And now, I actually did some research with this, and I had found out that each Walmart is different, and this is why you need to call and ask. So, some of Walmart's properties, they own just the building. So that means the parking lot is public property, which means the local police department monitors that lot. So if that's the case where Walmart only owns the property and you go and park in the parking lot, a local police officer can ticket you for being in there. Now, there are other Walmarts where they own the building and the parking lot, and it's up to Walmart's discretion whether or not you're able to go in there. Again, that's with a truck and trailer. Now, if you are bobtailing, you don't even have to call, because you could put the truck into a parking spot, go in, get your groceries, come back out, and then take off. But if you're going to be parked there overnight, you have to call and get permission. I would recommend getting written permission. Like if you call them on the phone, they say, yeah, no problem. My name's Robert. I'll, whatever. Go in there and say, hey, I'm giving, Trucker Al permission to park his 2019 Freightliner Cascadia on Walmart property for a 10-hour reset. Have them sign it. This way, if you're sitting there and a cop comes up to you and says, hey, you're going to get a ticket for being parked here, you can show them, say, hey, listen, I got written permission from the store manager. So always cover your ass. But that's what I found out about Walmart as far as parking there. Let's see. Yo, I got a 1,000-pound magnet sitting right in front of me, man. Yeah, I want to get more into that magnet fishing. That looked like a lot of fun. Terry says, if you sold YouTube merchandise, you might be able to grow your channel even more and make some more money once your channel really takes off with your ideas you want to start doing in the spring. Yes, hopefully when I get to this idea in the spring, hopefully at around that time, the merchandise thing will be a little bit further than what it is. But if this idea takes off, I may have to change a little bit of the merchandise. So, but the slogan, yeah, buddy, that's definitely going up. But there's the wording besides that is going to be a little bit different. But yes, believe this year, 2020, is going to be a very big year for me. Very big year. And April as well. Let's see. John, I'll take a trucker hat. Let's see. One, I'll take a hat, shirt, hoodie, keychain, stickers, and everything else. Juan wants the yeah buddy stuff. You packed on weight since the last time I saw you. Well, welcome to being a truck driver. It happens. And actually, you're wrong. My weight has stayed consistent since I've been out here. I am literally within, I'd say, 5 pounds from where I started. And that actually surprises me, especially with the shit that I eat. I mean, I did the whole Walmart shopping, stocked the truck up with food and, you know, all that stuff in here. And that was all fine and dandy. It did definitely it was definitely a lot cheaper. It made things a lot easier because instead of me having to get out of the truck to go into the store to get something to eat, me being tied to whatever is here at the truck stop, like for example, this one here has Subway and Wendy's. I'm so sick of Subway I could puke. So I usually go with the alternative, which would be either Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Chester's. So for the fact that I'm still within 5 pounds of the day that I started truck driving, it blows my mind. Especially seeing that I don't do anything. I mean, I do stretches and exercises here in the truck and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm not out here, you know, lifting weights anymore. I'm not into that stuff anymore. Yep. So no, some people come out here and, you know, they become truck drivers and they freaking explode. And I guess it really all depends on your metabolism. My wife helps me stock my truck, but I go home once a month. Yeah, the only thing that I make sure that I have in the truck are drinks. You know, I got water. I got a whole case of water. Got my Mountain Dew. You know, never leave home without it. But I also have my water too, so that's the biggest thing that I make sure that I have in the truck at all times is something to drink. Other than that, food. I mean, I'll stock, you know, some candy bars in here or something just to snack on, to hold me over if need be. But that's really about it when it comes to food. Somebody just texted me. Alright guys, well, I'm going to cut the live feed here. I got to get this truck cleaned up. And then tomorrow, we're going to go live as well. So tomorrow, maybe around dinner time, we'll go live. And you should get an air fryer. No, I'm not a big fan of cooking. I can't stand cooking. That's not my thing. It's like doing dishes. I don't do them either. If I got to do dishes, I'll eat off a paper plate before I do that. Before I got to do dishes. April knows. I don't do dishes anymore. I did them my whole life. You know, when I was a kid growing up, you know, that was my chore, was dishes every night. And, you know, I had some bad experiences with it. You know, as I got, you know, when I was younger, I used to stick my hand in the glass and get it all nice and clean inside and everything, and then me not realizing I'm growing and my hand is as well, I ended up sticking my hand in the glass like I normally did, and it shattered and it cut my hand all open and everything. And ever since then, nope, I'm done. I don't do dishes no more. It's either a dishwasher or somebody else does them, or I eat off of paper plates, and that's that. It's quick and easy. I still won't do it. I don't cook. Not happening. Yeah. So, alright guys, we're going to cut the live feed here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to talk tomorrow about what we are going to do with this whole camera system that I have here kicking, and what the game plan with that's going to be. So, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and that share button, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Now I gotta reach up here, shut this off. Yeah.